Hello and welcome back. We are on our Oxygen Not Included achievement run playthrough. Now we are on cycle 4 and we have some things we're going to get started and jump right into. So let's get started. So right now we're in the process of creating kind of a carbon dioxide pit for all of that to float to the bottom. We're going to have a what is it? It's called a not a mess hall? Mess hall? Yeah, mess hall. Let's look at what it says in here. A mess hall first, and we'll turn it into a great hall down the road. So let's start with creating a couple of things for them to do the next day. Mess hall, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 5 of those. And then we will just create all of these and probably another bed for our next duplicant in 2.5 cycles. Don't have the supercomputer yet, so we can't create the other one on the other side. We're gonna create the compost. While I know that composts give off a little bit of extra heat, they're only temporary until you get actual bathrooms set up. So we're not going to worry about how much heat they produce right away, especially since we have to focus on getting the ranches set up. So let's go here and then get that squared away. So what I'm doing with these 3 different rows of ladders is I'm creating a channel pretty much of where all the oxygen is going to flow up and down on the base, and by doing this it makes it a lot easier to keep everything at a higher gas pressure. If you had, say, an opening here and here, yeah, you're probably going to stabilize a lot quicker. But I find that not pushing to open up too much too quickly allows you to not suffocate your base as easily. Especially in the beginning when you have 1 or 2 algae diffusers. But down the road, we'll move on to like a couple of electrolyzers and some hydrogen generator setup that will allow us to create a lot of oxygen. Instead of relying on algae, we're going to rely on the water. Oh look, another hatch. That's what we like to see. We're actually just going to dig this all out. So let's change the priority of things. Let's do 6 on that. Let's add more research. We want to scroll down to the bottom here. So 1, I think we have 2 hatches? I think there's another hatch down here. Or is it right here? Right here, there we are. 1 and 2. I'm sure there's more around here somewhere, but that's alright. Are you sad about the tiles? Why are you sad about the tiles? I think they're more sad about the oxygen, because there's not a lot down here right now. Yeah, we're going to need to change the priority of these to 9, because as the sand falls down as you dig underneath it, so we need to add a tile so that way Rowan can go to bed on his bed. Let's see, did we get the room bonus? We did. We did get the mess hall bonus. Great. And then we want to add the supercomputer to that right there. Now, I would like to point out that in some cases, you may not be lucky like I did, and you might not get a researcher that's capable of getting the research hat for the supercomputer. If that's the case, all you're going to need to do is wait until Hassan has a skill point and then put it in to the researching skill point tree in here. So if you don't get that, that is okay. It's just going to take a little longer for you to be able to queue up the supercomputer research. That might happen. Actually, I think it's always randomized when you get stuff on the printing pod. I don't think it's consistent. I think static is the term that they would use. So we got our mess hall, which is good. Rowan can go to bed when he needs to go to bed now. We got 2 cycles until our next print pod. Or not print pod, our next print. We have a lot of stuff queued up, so we're not going to add too much on their plate. We're going to let them kind of do their thing. And what we can talk about is kind of what the next few cycles look like and how we're going to accomplish the different achievements. So in order to have hatches do really well, you can only have 6 per ranch. Otherwise they become unhappy and they stop laying eggs. And then an egg, if there's an egg inside of the ranch, it also counts as an extra one. So we might have to do a bunch of moving manually with each individual duplicant. They might have to move the eggs, or the other way to do it is to have incubators and a bunch of them, which I plan on doing because that's the only way to get enough hatches. That's kind of a little bit more down the road, but we will get there at some point. Actually, cancel that one. Since the mealwood is growing on its own, it's going to be a good supplement to our food source until we get to the barbecue stage. It won't be a while for that, so. So taking a look at the size of our colony, I think how we should have this planned out is this is going to be the bedrooms for now, and when we have more duplicants, this will be the mess hall. On the other side of the mess hall, we will cook our food. That way we can have it right next to where they're going to drop it off. And then over here, if we have room, either the bathroom is going to go over here or it's going to go down here. It's going to be one or the other. Not quite sure yet, but the actual bathroom with the self-retaining water, that's how that's going to work. Well, that's kind of how I'm imagining this is going to go. And then obviously our ranches are going to be 1, 2, 3 up there. So we'll see if it goes as planned. A lot of the times things don't go as planned, which I feel like that happens quite often in this game. Let's get our refinement for our rock crusher. That'll give us our ingots. I mean, I'm going to say ingots, but it's just refined copper. We need refined copper. So 1, 2, only 2 still. Okay. We have 7 visits. I like how visits is in quote unquote. Alright. And then they'll have to clean it. So by then, hopefully, we have the outhouses. Not outhouses, the compost set up. Oh, we got more blueprints. See what we got. All right, digital cobalt. I've never seen that one before. I think that's pretty cool. I love getting these blueprints. It is such a fine addition to this game. It really incentivizes to keep playing. Yeah, we still have a lot to do. Let's see. So for cycle 5, I think the goal is going to be finish up most of these extra tasks that need to be done. They're going to do some more research, which is fine, and then probably move to start creating their ranch. I think we're going to start off the ranch by, let's see, getting 3 high, everything to fall down first, because that's one thing I don't like, is if you leave these different resources here, then the hatches are just going to eat whatever they can in the row, and we want to avoid that if we can. Uproot you. So to do that, let's see, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Okay, so that's 1 2 3. Let's see. No, that's only 3. We need 4. Right here. There we go. All these ladders are going to be temporary. And that's fine. So now that we have that kind of situated, we'll let them do that and kind of catch up. Seems like they need to. Oh, we should change the priorities. There we go. We want him to focus on researching more than we want him running on the hamster wheel or building or anything like that. At least for right now. Now, where are you going? Oh, you're going to uproot the bristle blossom. That's good. It only grows with light, and it's because of these guys. Alright, let me look at the priority list here. Alright, everything is 5, so that's fine. Not a big deal. Let's look at some of the stuff. So we've got a telescope. We've got some automation, which is good. We need that. Skill scrubber. Lights. And a flower plant. Farming. Can't use any of you. Egg grill. Or electric grill. Egg grill. I was looking at egg grill. Or egg grill. I said it again. My gosh. I was looking at the egg cracker and thinking about the grill. So we're gonna need the grill because that's how we create barbecue. If we need food, we can always run a micro musher for the gross food, but we'll try to avoid that if we can. Oh man, all the sand is falling down. The rock crusher, kiln, algae terrarium. You know, I wonder if they made that more efficient. Before it wasn't worth it because you've got quite a bit of polluted water to oxygen ratio. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some further testing, and then a mini pod. Further testing is needed. Alright, we're gonna get all of those because we need the refrigerator and we want ranching and animal control. So they're moving right along here with our plan. I think we should start by putting these here. No, wait, no. This is where they're going. We need to delete that guy. Put you down here. Go all the way across. No, don't go all the way across it. We want everything dropped first before we start destroying this stuff. Because then everything drops and then we don't have to worry about the hatches eating things we don't want them to. So we have to wait until all of this is done. So let's go with a higher priority. Construction. That's just how you do it rather quickly instead of having to change the priority of everything at one time. We have another duplicant coming in one cycle. We have plenty of time for that. So I think I mentioned this before. I think the goal is about 30 minutes per episode without changing to different speeds and without doing any offline play. You know, I know some of this can get a little tedious for some people that have really gone through many playthroughs. That's partially why I want to have timestamps, so if you're looking for something specific while we're playing, then you can find it that way, and then just skip to that section. But yes, anyway, so 30 minutes is going to be the rough estimate of each episode. That way they're not too long and not too short. Just seems kind of a good medium. Okay. We got skill points. Alright, who's got the skill point? Oh, it's Hassan. Alright, Hassan. Time for you to get a hat. Let's go. We like our hats. They're nice. They're shiny. They give us purpose. Alright, I find that this door is now useless. So we're just gonna dismantle it. And then the door that we want, I'm not going to put that there just quite yet. They have a lot of stuff to do, so I don't want to keep adding more and more until we're absolutely sure where we want to go and what we want to do. Oh. Let's turn that one off for a minute. Oh no, we need power. We'll put one of them onto priority 6. See, like, look at this design of this supercomputer. It's got a little Tweety bird. It moves back and forth as one of them are researching. They did a fantastic job. I can't. Hats off to Cly. Seriously, you guys are awesome. If you ever watch my video, I will be so happy because you guys have brought so much joy when I play this game. Can't wait to see what else they have in store for this because there's just so much stuff coming. Yep, we're gonna need to get this bed done soon. Friends, hurry up, friends. I know there's a lot of stuff to do. I think there's at least 100 tasks out right now, but that's okay. Once we get another duplicant, it'll really start crunching through each one. Alright, on to cycle 6. We are moving really quickly. I know it doesn't look like we've done much so far, but we're slowly getting our ranches set up and everything else. So I think a lot of people don't realize, you know, as you add more duplicants, it gets easier and easier to get to the calorie count of the 400,000. Every day when you look at your graph, you hit escape and you go to colony summary, you can look at the calorie generation and the calorie consumption. So obviously the more duplicants you have, the more kcal you consume. So it's relatively easier if you have more duplicants, and then twice as easy if you have bottomless. But when you have bottomless stomach, you have to draw a fine line, otherwise you run out of food, and that's not good. It's good for the beginning of the achievement run, but in the long term it makes it more difficult down the road. Man, I say a lot of things the same. Sorry, I'm gonna try and not do that if I can, but I feel like I've heard myself say down the road like 100 times. Okay, let's see, how close are we to the research being done? Okay, so this one is almost done. Once these three are complete, I think we're gonna hold back on the research for a minute, just so that they can catch up on all of their other tasks. We don't need anything else right now per se, because we don't have enough skill points yet. Even with one skill point in farming, they won't be able to do ranching just yet, so they need to get to 2 points before that can happen. I believe is it Gossman? Yeah, it's Gossman. So we need 2 points to be able to do ranching, so that'll be a little bit of time. Just means they've got to do more things. Okay. With that, they're going to be slowly clearing that entire area. I know it's kind of redundant to sit here and watch all this happening, but I find that If I'm running at the fastest speed possible, I miss so much. I miss so many things happening. For example, right there, we just got a skill point, so we can see that because of the yellow on the person. But if you're running at the fastest speed, you may not see that. It's sometimes good, sometimes you can. I mean, it's just dependent on how well you're able to look at your notifications. So Gossman got his farming hat, which is good. We need one more for the critter ranching, but I'm sure that'll come along rather quickly once we get more and more done. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get a new duplicant here, so we need our extra bed. And then Steve got his point. Alright, let's get your grilling hat. There's a lot of food in this corridor, so we're gonna need to tap into that soon. I think all these are on auto harvest, yeah. Yep. We won't need to auto harvest the bristle blossoms because they aren't gonna grow anyway. You need to get you guys. And you. Alright, our 5th duplicant should be here pretty quick. 0.2 cycles. So we're going to finish up the cycle 6, and that's going to probably round out our 2nd episode here. We're almost there, but just wanted to make a note. Let's get all this extra copper. We're going to need a lot of copper. Close. Yep, we're getting there. Trying to keep an eye out for the shine bug. The shine bug is gonna go down here and make people really angry while they're trying to sleep. You know what? Let's just not even bother. Let's just have someone take care of it. Someday, someone will get to it. Hopefully we can get some good rolls on the duplicant we're going to print. Hopefully another rancher. It's going to be really helpful. Maybe a supplier would be good as well. Or someone that can dig really well. It's also very good. We do need some specifics like that. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so we'll start with Marie. 2 science, suit wearing and decorating. I think that's okay. Snazzy suit, it's nice, but I think we need to stick to the duplicants right now. Supplying, farming, and ranching. You know, I'm not even gonna try to do anything else. That is perfect. We need all of that. Immune to food poisoning and a gourmet. Or gourmet, sorry. Yeah, perfect. And we welcome Ada. I think that's how you say it. Right away, it just starts running. Let's see, did she get a skill? She did. We're gonna go right into farming. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit before we get to the other one. See, look, the Tweety bird. It's moving back and forth. Oh, man. Nobody's killed the shine bug. What the heck? Alright. You're getting higher on the priority list here. Yeah, somebody go murder that shine bug. Thank you. It's worrisome. Oh, it even tells you now. 5,000 cal is being consumed per cycle. Okay, so we're gonna have to start doing this stuff. We're gonna prioritize going down here. Yeah, definitely need to prioritize going down there and getting more food. Oh, someone else got an attribute increase. Okay, that's good. They're almost done. I think let's check the research out. Yep, they're on the last one, which we need for the incubator. We got the brute force refinement. Yep. All right. If there's something that I'm not explaining, or if there's something that I didn't explain clearly, you know, let me know in the comments. Let me read your suggestions or your feedback, and I'll get back to you. I'm trying my best to provide enough information to not bore you with, but also enough information that you can follow along if you're a newer player and you just want to do some achievements. Yeah, either way, just let me know and I will respond in turn. Oh, we got more muck root. Alright, with that, we're gonna wrap up the video there at cycle 7 here. This will be episode number 2. Again, thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.